After months of anticipation fueled by rumors, leaks, and scattered hints, the Nikon ZR is finally approaching its highly awaited debut. For decades, Nikon has been known primarily as a stills-first company, with hybrid mirrorless cameras that offered video as a secondary feature. But everything changed in 2024 when Nikon acquired Red Digital Cinema, sending a powerful signal to the industry about its intent to step boldly into the world of professional filmmaking. The Nikon ZR is now expected to be the first camera that fully embodies this new strategy, uniting Nikon's imaging expertise with Red's cinema technology. This raises the exciting question: will the Nikon ZR truly be the camera that blurs the line between compact consumer-friendly mirrorless systems and high-end cinema rigs designed for professional productions? From a design standpoint, the Nikon ZR is rumored to take a dramatic departure from Nikon's traditional aesthetic. Rather than sticking to the DSLR-inspired silhouette that continues to define much of the Z-mount lineup, the ZR is said to adopt a more compact, modular, and brick-like form factor. Early leaks compare its shape to cameras like the Red Komodo X or Sony FX3, which are built specifically with filmmakers in mind. This means no electronic viewfinder, no pentaprism hub, and even no mechanical shutter. At first, this approach may feel like a step too far for longtime Nikon users who value hybrid flexibility, but it makes sense given the ZR's positioning. This is not a general-purpose hybrid camera. It is designed primarily as a cinema tool, and every aspect of its build reflects that mission. The lack of an EVF suggests Nikon is targeting a rig-based shooting workflow where filmmakers rely on external monitors, cages, and accessories. In this context, a slimmed-down body becomes an advantage, reducing weight and bulk while making integration into professional setups easier. The body is also rumored to feature enhanced cooling systems, likely including visible vents and well-placed ports to prevent overheating during extended recording sessions. Overheating has plagued many compact cinema-oriented cameras, and if Nikon manages to deliver durability, effective heat management, and ergonomic usability, the ZR could avoid the pitfalls of previous hybrid designs. Another standout detail is the rumor of a larger-than-usual LCD screen. Speculation suggests a fully articulating display measuring over 3.5 inches, larger than what's typical in mirrorless bodies. For filmmakers who often find themselves limited by cramped displays in challenging environments, this would be a huge improvement. These decisions make it clear that Nikon isn't designing the ZR for casual travelers or hobbyists. Instead, the camera appears to be aimed squarely at indie filmmakers, content creators, and small production teams who want a compact but uncompromising video-first solution. Where the Nikon ZR is likely to draw the most attention, however, is performance. Reports suggest it will be powered by the same 24.5-megapixel partially stacked CMOS sensor found in the Nikon Z6 III. While this sensor alone isn't revolutionary, its combination with Red's proprietary image processing technology could be a game-changer. The ZR may inherit the fast readout speeds, strong low-light capability, and wide dynamic range of Nikon's hybrid cameras while adding Red's cinematic color science and advanced RAW workflows. This blend of Nikon's speed and Red's cinema pedigree could make the ZR a truly unique offering. One of the most exciting rumored capabilities is the ability to record 6K RAW video internally at up to 60 frames per second. Unlike the Sony FX3, which requires an external recorder for RAW capture, the Nikon ZR could handle this internally, dramatically streamlining workflows. The inclusion of Redcode RAW would likely be the highlight, giving filmmakers access to an efficient, flexible, and industry-proven RAW codec in a sub-$5,000 body. At the same time, the ZR is expected to support Apple ProRes and Nikon's own N-RAW, creating a versatile range of recording formats for different production needs. This would allow the ZR to serve both high-end projects that demand maximum image flexibility and faster turnaround workflows where efficiency is paramount. Dynamic range is another area where the ZR could shine, with rumors pointing to performance in the 14.5 stop range. While that falls just short of flagship cinema cameras, it's extremely competitive in this category, especially when paired with Red's color science. The possibility of LUT support directly in camera has also been floated, which would allow filmmakers to preview looks on set, saving time in post-production. Add to that the potential for 20 FPS still shooting, and the ZR looks more than capable of handling hybrid needs, even if still photography is not its main focus. When it comes to features, RED's influence on the Nikon ZR is expected to be significant. One area to watch is rolling shutter performance. Thanks to the partially stacked sensor design, the ZR could achieve faster readouts that minimize the skew and distortion commonly seen in fast pans or quick motion. A full global shutter may be out of reach in this price bracket, but even incremental improvements in this area would be welcomed by action filmmakers and drone operators. Advanced heat management and modular adaptability are also rumored, with Nikon potentially borrowing ideas from RED's V Raptor series to ensure stability during extended takes. Lens compatibility will be another strength. The ZR is expected to support Nikon's native Z-mount lenses, while also allowing adaptation of F-mount glass through the FTZ2 adapter. Beyond this, there is speculation about possible third-party PL mount support, which would be a huge step in integrating the ZR into professional cinema environments. This versatility ensures that the ZR won't just appeal to Nikon users, it could fit seamlessly into broader production ecosystems. Workflow efficiency may prove to be the ZR's defining feature. If Nikon truly delivers internal RED-code RAW at a sub-$5,000 price point, the camera could open cinema workflows to a much wider audience of indie filmmakers and small studios. For creators who have been priced out of traditional cinema systems, this would be a transformative development. Real-time LUT application, intuitive in-camera monitoring tools, and modular adaptability would further establish the ZR as a bridge between professional cinema gear and consumer-friendly usability. Pricing expectations have evolved as more information has surfaced. Early speculation suggested the Nikon ZR might launch at around $3,000, but more recent estimates put the figure closer to $4,500. This would place it between Sony's FX3, which retails around $3,899, and RED's Komodo X with Z-mount, which sells for nearly $6,000. This pricing strategy suggests Nikon isn't looking to undercut rivals purely on affordability, but rather to compete on legitimacy and feature set. By positioning the ZR in this range, Nikon is signaling that it wants to be taken seriously as a cinema player. As for timing, the Nikon ZR is strongly rumored to debut in September 2025, following the registration of Nikon's N2410 model earlier in the year. If Nikon follows its typical launch pattern, availability could begin within weeks of the announcement, making it a late 2025 release. Strategically, this timing would allow Nikon to capitalize on the holiday season when many creators and production teams are investing in new gear. The Nikon ZR represents far more than just another camera launch. It's a symbol of Nikon's shift from being primarily a photography brand to a serious contender in the cinema market. And if everything aligns as expected, it could well become one of the most disruptive and talked about releases of the year.